How's it going? Smiggles here again. Today we're going to talk to you about DLC and the current kind of market and situation we're in with DLC at the moment. Um, and you know what it used to be like. So I think DLC really needs to take a step back now because it's just not DLC anymore. Like you look back in the day, yeah, bought House of the Dead on the Dreamcast. That was it. You brought it home. The full game was there. Put it in, play it, enjoy it. That was it. But nowadays, look two here. That's just two examples: Rise of the Tomb Raider and Halo. Right. Um, Rise of the Tomb Raider has, the expedition mode in it that you can pay an extra bit of money. I think it was 20 quid, 30 quid, something like that, to unlock it, but the content is already on the disc. So that's not DLC. That's and with Halo full of microtransactions, which you know they are bad enough in their own way. But this thing of having a game with content that's already on the disc that we just have to pay because as soon as you pay for it, it's there and it's ready. You don't have to go and download another 2 gig or gig or whatever of content. The content is already on disc, and we've seen that with countless games, and even DLC use that for a game like, as I discussed in another video with like Evolve, where you have, you paid $2 or whatever, and you get a blue gun, or you get some some something shit for your money, and like something like that, like a blue gun. That's not DLC. That's customizable bits. That it shouldn't be DLC, and that's the state that DLC has become. It's become just anything. Just throw anything there, or lock that content off, and then we'll sell it to them later. And that's not really doing the right thing. Like the last DLC I really enjoyed was way back with Bad Company 2. Bad Company 2 had the Vietnam DLC, where it was 20 quid, but you got it felt like a completely different game altogether, because you'd all good few more maps straight in there, new weapons, new vehicles. It was fun, which is probably the main thing that you want from DLC. But now, like, I haven't seen anything really since. Now I know like games like Halo are giving free maps out there to people. What's that? What was that? Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege doing the same, free maps, and if you've bought the season pass, which actually for Rainbow Six Siege there's no point in buying the season pass, you just get earlier access to the characters, and then when the characters do come out, they cost 25,000 of your in-game currency to buy. But when you're playing it all the time, you rack that up pretty quick. Um, but yeah, like they're giving free now. This is the new way they're doing it. Oh yeah, look, we give our maps away for free. But still, if you look at both those, you look at Rainbow Six Siege, you can go in there and spend your real money and then buy. Oh yeah, I can buy a new skin for my gun. Like all that stuff should be there. There's this thing now of locking off big elements of a game, and then you have to pay and pay and pay. And the only way we can actually change it is to say no. I'm not going to buy it. So the next time a game comes out, even if it's like Call of Duty, like that, you know, season passes have actually gotten shit as well. But like, if you're playing Call of Duty, the next one that comes out, you don't buy anything for it. And then when they say, oh, there's no interest, and then we have to, as a community, as a gaming community, go and say, we are interested, but that content should have been on it from the start. And people say, oh, well, then when the game comes out, then there's nothing to do once you've finished it all. But if you look at Destiny, people are still playing Destiny. I don't know why. But as people were saying, that all that content that's been given over time should have been there from the start, because the game itself was very empty without the expansion packs. And people are saying, like, after Taken King came out, the expansion, they said that should have been the whole game. So, they're saying, oh, well, this, so they give you a snippet of the game, and then they say, right, this DLC is coming out. So, in the meantime, if the game came out and there was loads of problems, which there always is, they have time to fix that for the DLC and change around some stuff, and then give you a big update, and then it comes out, and then it's everything's nice and fine now. But we don't like people. Well, people do think and people do remember that. Like, wait a minute, that should have been perfect from the start. You're fixing things later. Don't release something that's broken from the start. Like we've seen with Assassin's Creed and everything, and then it was what was it? Unity. That was the one, wasn't it? It was it was completely broken, faces falling off characters and everything, and then we fixed it with this one. This one's fine now. It's just like, well, like you fucked it up from the start. So now it's almost like we're going to release this game, and we've already got the DLC ready because if you're going to make DLC, you have to know where it's going to fit. So like most games have DLC already done, so they just lock it off and say, right, well, we can't get that. We release that. The game will come out in November, and we release the DLC in January, and that gives us people to hang. That gives us those people that'll hang on for the DLC. And we shouldn't put up with that. We should just, as a community, go to these people, or well, not go set up petitions, or you don't even need to set up a petition. Actually, you just need to say, no, I'm not buying your blue gun. I'm not buying your DLC pack that has missions on it that probably should have been in the main story from the start, and I'm not going to take your bullshit anymore, which is what we should be saying. We should, no, we're not taking your shit anymore. We want the full game. We want it made well. We don't want to buy a game that's full of bugs, full of issues, this, that, and the other. And they're all now saying like, oh well, we're finally figuring out how to put games onto the Xbox One and PS4. We can utilize their software very well, and it's like your developers and programmers and everything. You should know how to use these systems by now, and you shouldn't have these issues coming out. But yeah, they still come out. But DLC as a factor, like we didn't have DLC years ago. You bought a game, the game was broken. Say the game was just unplayable, bad control and bad everything. Like people, I have loads of fucking glitches and everything in a game, and that was it. You were stuck with it. But the development team learned that the next time they make a game, and then if it's still fucked up, then people just stop buying their shit. But now developers don't have to worry about that, because if we release a game that's fucking broken, we can just fix it in a patch, and then it seems like we're really good guys, and we're thanks for your patience, and that's the line. Thanks for your patience. I didn't fucking give you my patience. I want to play the game now, so I'm after fucking going out and buying it, and now the thing is broken, or I can't get to it. There's a glitch in it, so I can't get past the point I'm at, or fucking there's something wrong with multiplayer that means you get killed in one shot by a some gun that shouldn't have that power, or something's OP or something like that. Oh yeah, well, thanks for your patience. Fuck off. I didn't give you my patience, right? Fix it. No, don't fix it. Fucking make a new game, and don't make it fucking broken at launch. So, you see, as I say, now they can make a game, and they can just, we'll fix that in a month, and then, we learn from our mistakes. But don't make the same, and then you go and make the same mistake with the next game. And then, you see, that was it back in the day. If a company kept making mistakes like that, kept releasing shit, people just got fed up and says, no, I'm not buying it because that last game was terrible, and the one before wasn't much better, so no, they can go fuck right off. I'm not buying that shit. And they had to learn. Either you learned or you failed, because if you didn't learn from your mistake, you knew you were going to lose an awful lot of customers to buy your product. Whereas now, as I said, they can just fix it and then say, oh, look, no, everything's fine. No, there were issues there, and no, we just fixed them, and everything's fine now, and there's our new DLC, and buy that as well. It gives us a few more quid to keep making your games. And people were quick to forget, oh yeah, that game was broken at the start, and people always say, oh, the game runs well now, and it's like, yeah, but it's too late. Like, if a game came out, and we're now in 2016, so if a game came out last October and now it's February, and it's like, oh, the game is working well now, it's like, yeah, well, who the fuck wants to play it now? It's like, I wanted to play it when it was popular and everyone else was playing it. There's loads of more games out now that I want to be playing, I don't want to be going back and playing your stuff just because you've gotten round to fixing it eventually. Thanks for, oh yeah, I gave you my patience. Yeah, go fuck yourself. So it's become this thing now where we're accepting their bullshit, and we shouldn't be. We should be saying no. I don't care. I don't care how you fix that. Enough is enough, and take your DLC and stick it, because that's content that should be there from the start. And it's that, like, as I said, chopping things out of games, and then we're supposed to sit there and say, oh well, yeah, I guess I need to pay €5 or whatever if I want that gun, or if I want to unlock those extra maps, I need to, pay a little bit more, even though, like, a map is not a fucking hard thing to do. Like, so, like, it's fucking, it's guaranteed an awful lot of maps were probably there from the start, especially like things like Star Wars Battlefront. Like, they released the Jakku map like pretty early, like that, guaranteed that was already done, like guaranteed. I don't care what they say. People say to me here now, oh no, they were constantly developing it. They were saying that, yeah, they could say, they're a company, they can say what they want. They could say that they're developing stuff, but the stuff could be already completed, months in advance, which is generally the way it is. And that's the thing now as well. You got season passes. It just popped in my head there as well. Yeah, like season passes. So you pay 60 quid. You have to pay another 60 quid. So instantly they've got 120 quid. So that's like, when you buy a season pass, you might as well be pre-ordering. That's basically the way it is, because you're basically saying to them, I don't care what you release. I have faith in you to make good DLC, to give me the 4 map packs or whatever, and I have faith that it's going to be good. So there's my 120 quid straight off the bat, and yeah, you can have my money, and I have faith in you. But they take that faith and then they fuck it out the window, and then they release something that people don't like, and then it's they take your faith and then they fuck it up, and then they wonder why they lose fans and why people don't buy season passes. It's like, if people are investing that money in you, as a company, you should say, right, well, look at all these people that have bought the season pass. We have to make this good. We have to do the right things. We have to, really make it worth your while to have a season pass. But that's another thing you could do as well, because the season pass is more DLCs on the same topic. So you have to say, no, we're not buying the season pass. We'll buy the content as it comes out, because we don't trust you. That's what you have to be saying to these. We don't trust you anymore with our money. So we're going to try each bit that comes out, because we want to make sure that you're actually doing something right. And you're not getting, like, if I download the first map pack and it's complete shit, then instead of getting 60, you've only gotten 20 off me. And, well, good luck then. I'm not buying any more of your shit. And it'll teach them a lesson. It'll teach them to actually, it'll bring back DLC to what it used to be, where it was an awful lot of work and an awful lot of dedication put in for the fans of whatever game it was, instead of now just, oh yeah, well, we got your $60 already, so we could fucking release a monkey on a fucking unicycle just going around and around and around in a circle as a video, and that'll do you. Like, they can do, essentially, when they've got your $60, they can, or pounds, whatever they take in your currency, they can do what they want. They can release absolute garbage and then just say, oh yeah, sorry about that, like, yeah, but next time it'll be better, don't worry. But as I said, well, we didn't have this problem before, because if a game was broken, that was it. Like, it was, and the same when people say, oh well, when the game was broken back in the day, then you were stuck with a broken game. And it's like, yeah, but it affected them more so down the line than it does now, when you can just patch it and you can just say, oh, everything is fine now. So that's basically it. I'm getting all my cables for some more retro stuff coming soon on PlayStation 1 and the Sega Saturn and on N64 and a couple of other things there. I'll be playing I'll be uploading a good bit more stuff soon. So yeah, just as a quick discussion on DLC, where we're at with it, why it needs to change, and stop buying season passes and stop buying DLC. Let's teach them a lesson. Let's tell them. Let's send a message quick and clear to developers, games, that we're not going to buy your shit anymore unless it's good shit and it's worth it. And I don't want any more blue guns in the future. Right. I'll chat to all you guys again. Good luck.